do I still speak? I actually thought I was going to speak first. Konka, maybe it is better that I speak last. Mutusasire okubakyerereza. We had promised ourselves that the girls would go back inside before sunset. And my sons have been sending me a message whether we still can keep that promise. Certainly we can't. Konka mutusasire. Mbwenu nyowe ebigambo byange nibiza kuba bike. But it's going to be giving thanks. I start by giving thanks to God. The God who is the author of life. The God who gave us life and put us together as a couple and gave us a family. The God who sustains our lives. The God who gives all perfect gifts. Nimusima tine bugarikiro. Nabanshabire Doris ngo ayishongore ekitenderezo konka ninyangu yayenda kweshongore ekishongoro cyo mukikuru ye yabe nakunda konka twatureba okutendereza buzima. So nisima munonga rahanga ahagwe biconco by'abana ni musima ahagwe biconco bya family imumwena bariyaha abanyamukago abanyabuzare nko mwana wanje kuyana kigamba nimba sima okugumane itwe emyaka itugenzere hamwe. Ni nsima abantu abatukwatiza okureberera abana aba. Like I think it was Hillary Clinton said, it takes a village to raise a child. Ababana, Nicole, we have not raised her alone. Abantu benji abatukwatize hati nyowe kunagire kuzarwa nashange kayi ne erimo abana benji ntuye n'enkibagambira. So kunashwirwe natandikiraho ningira ngu akazi abumwe bajyanga akazi kenkanda mawe akorera abana benji nayeshanga nanye ni taking on that same responsibility. So tutakazeire abana baitu naniki atakazeire twatwina abana omuka mwahurira mwinogu nakigamba mwine na ankurata konka ni mukira munonga. So kunashwirwe namureta yatanka kushomera omuka yitu yakuratwa abana bona Grace mwamuhurira na muramukazi wanje konka nabakakurura omuka yitu emyaka eje yabwanye manatanka kukora. So abana kuba abantu baragamu abantu hazamu abandi generation ya mwine ku yarigireho haza where Doris, Daphne, Jackie Chemeza, it's sad that she's not here. Ejo generation yargaho haza ho generation ya Yvonne, Rebecca, omunu banyema Jesse no wabwanyuma. Later that has a whole generation ya Jesse, Nelson Igumira. It is only now, I think the last 3 years, that we are now in an empty nest. Konkani nsimarhanga okutubasa korera abana our own biological children and other children. Kandi ekindi kusimira rahanga ngu abana ababutoreire abenji bona bena makagabo. Nahawe ekyo rahanga bayatara kubasa kuturiya zama akabara kutunga maka. Ekyo nkani nkimwesiga ni mangu natekwa kukikora. Nabwe ekyo ni nsima rahanga ni nsima ababana abakurira omuka yitu ahabo kubana bari abana bakatworoza abana aba. Abandi abindi kusima nabazeire bagenzi banje nashasha okureba ngu Dr. Mushabe na Verena tubari aha bakorora abana aba. Na munonga emyaka yiba amazire bashomera South Africa. Dr. Mushabe n'omuntu orukufayo munonga. Na hata terere niki esimu yagamba nawe no mukasheshe yanyohereza message konka kabakwate nyonyi aragamutata aza Johannesburg abatayayira kubagire Cape Town akabagenda amara weekend nabo aganira nabo abahana abahabura ni musima ni nsima ekaya Professor Tumwine Violet no bwara yagenzire konka abantu bita bagenzire no bagumane itwe abo kwa nyoku nashwirwe nashanga Violet niwe muramukazi wanje mukuru konka yaba nkamazara ebiro bikuru byona kebe Christmas kebe Easter kebe New Year itutuka every time we would be at the Tumwine's home. Thank you, Professor, for always being with us. Munsasire ninyita kwiha tinkubasa kusima buli omwe by name konka nimpurangu nabo kundu kwanta kikozire nimba ntashikire. So ninsima bagenzi banje abatwatize kurra abana banywani banje abatushabire abatwatize omukorera abana kubasya. Ninyenda kusima Frank in a special way for being the father that he has been. Ningirangu erizoba abana tubakigambaho konkano shoti muine yakigambaho. For all the years that these children were in primary school, Frank drove them himself to school every single day. He did not stop at driving them to school. He did homework with them every day. I never did homework. He never missed a single visitation day. He never missed a class meeting. Frank, I thank you for being the father that you have been. I also thank you for being the husband that you have been. You have taken good care of us. You have provided for us. You have protected us. Frank protects the people that he loves fiercely. And he made this very clear when we were very young in marriage. He made it clear to everybody in our family that his wife came first. And not that others didn't matter, but he made it clear that his wife came first, and then the others next. Ninyenda kusima the wider family, banyanyazi, barumuna banje, bakuru banje, bona n'abakaikuru beitu, abantu nibafa, tufererwa abantu bengi numukimanya. Itwe munda ya mawe tukazarwa turi abana 8, hasi tusigaire bashatu ninye na mwine na muzora. Konka nobu turantushasha ngo abagenzi beitu tubaroho ninsima Ruhanga kundi wanindeba abana babo ati nubagira ngo kuzoka ko muzeire no kuzara kumwana mwija numbareba nibo babakira mwareba abana barwa bushenyi mwareba abana bamuzora abana babashitse baryaha Ivona ryaha Bronze yana abarebera rimwe abakwe abo bona n'abana babagenzi beitu bakatwarwa kunka abana babo bagomere neitwa abana mwe bare okuba abana barungi abamwe bashweire baina abakazi babo mwabareba. Nyenda kusima Jennifer umuringo gomutano Jennifer n'omukazi wa Alan Mugume. Nyenda kusima Lynn mwamureba, she was ushering people go n'omukazi wa Michael. Nimba sima ahabo kuyija mukataho mukayitu konka mukahikamu mukayijramu mukatwatsa emirimo. They have been part of this. Ninyenda kusima abana mwena committee yanyu. Tubere tuine committee tukatandika ka committee kache as an immediate family. And it's very interesting in these days of COVID. Abana banje bakagira ngwimwe muri aba advanced age through COVID. So we have been having our family meetings on Zoom. And the meetings were chaired by Anthony Musherure. He didn't speak out of the 3, but he is his father's son. He has been a very tough chairman, sometimes fining us for misbehavior, but he has organized us extremely well. Ezra was the treasurer. Timothy was supposed to be the secretary, but he hardly showed up. But today he showed up. Nimba simba bana mwe, okuba bana barungi. Ninsima banywani banje, barumuna banje, ninyenda kusima Susan Muhwezi. She has, everybody who knows Susan knows how her standards are very high. So when I want something good, I ask her. So whatever contacts I wanted, I would ask Susan. From printing of the cards to buying a mihinjiro. Thank you, Susan. I want to thank Julia Muntu for coming all the way from Canada. Many other people have failed to come. I want to thank you for being here. I have so many friends. Allow me to thank in a special way Mr. Lubanga. Mr. Lubanga has been my mentor. I fear to call him a senior colleague, although I am a PS like him today. But he mentored me over the years, from the time I was a senior assistant secretary those of you who know the ranks we go through in the service know what that means. So I may not thank everybody by name, but allow me now to speak a little bit about Nicole. Nicole Bamugamba Humunonga, I don't want to repeat the things they have spoken about her. She's my only daughter, and so you know what she means to me. We have fought a lot, like all mothers and daughters do. But I think as she grew, she realized that it was always in her best interests. But what I want to say about her is that everybody has said she's God-fearing. And I confirm that. But I would like to say that for me, what I admire most about her is her faith. She has faith like a rock. I will just give an example to illustrate that. Nicole Kuhingira, well, she applied for a scholarship to University of Columbia. And she applied 2 weeks to the deadline because she only got to know about it late. Now, when she applied, we all almost had no hope that she would get that scholarship because she was very late. But she believed that she would get it. So she applied, and because it was late, she had to write to her University of Cape Town to send her papers to the other university. So when you get the scholarship, I mean, it was a World Bank scholarship, full scholarship, but the university first admits you, and then you get the scholarship from the World Bank. So akahandika, and like to me it was really a miracle, the university admitted her, and then the World Bank took a bit of time to respond. At that time, her auntie Grace was working at the World Bank for about a year. Namujiranti, maybe we should talk to Auntie Grace. She could talk to the HR people in the bank and see what is going on. Yanjirati at mami, no. I think basa kwate chintu nkachiho mikono ya Ruhanga, nkachito mikono y'abantu. At the God I believed for this scholarship, if it is mine, I will get it. And indeed, she got it. The other time is when I was, you remember when I was appointed as PS, it took about 2 years for me to get deployment. And of course, everybody was concerned, why are you being put on Katebe? Why is it taking so long? Many people were advising me on what to do. Maybe you should seek an appointment with the president. Nikki said, Mommy, did you lobby to get appointed PS? I said, no. She said, what is more important, the appointment or the deployment? I said, well, the appointment. She said, you have an appointment letter. You didn't lobby. The deployment will come in God's perfect timing. And indeed, I sat home. Many people wondered how I spent 2 years at home, and yet I was very comfortable and happy. But for me, that is what kept me going. So I thank you, Nikki. Shedrack, you are taking my pastor. She has been our resident pastor. You heard about the fellowship. You heard about, she prays for us. She keeps us really grounded. And I want to thank her friends who have been there for her. They have already spoken. I will not repeat what they said. But I want to thank you, Nikki, for being a good daughter. Everything else they have said about her, brilliance, and I don't want to repeat. But I want to say a little bit about Shadrach. Ezra already said it. We did not know much about Shadrach, but Nikki kept telling us about Shadrach. And for me, like Frank just said about that letter is true. I just saw the hand of God. He calls it premonition, but for me, I believe it was the hand of God. But what Ezra said, and for me as a mother, really that is what made me realize that Shadrach was the one for Nicole. Your program, Ezra Yanagamba Ndoa, is done by the church called Mavuno, and it is done by the marrieds, either people who are married or those who are planning to get married. Nikki would go in the morning on Saturday, and it would be at night, and Shadrach would be attending the classes on Skype or Zoom. I don't know whether Zoom was there. And the pastor, I know Ezra has already told you the story, but the pastor told Nikki and said, this young man is either a mufere or he's super committed. For somebody to be at midnight attending classes, asking questions, making notes, following up to the end. Not only did he attend Ndoa, St. Francis Chapel, where they are going to get married, has counseling sessions. So they attach you to a special couple. They have been attending those classes together from beginning to end. He never missed a counseling session. Shadrach Ninkusima, show your commitment. I believe that is the same commitment that you will keep during your marriage. And I can only pray that the God who has been the foundation of your relationship remains at the center of your marriage. I know you love each other, so I don't have to emphasize that. But for as long as you maintain God at the center of your marriage, I know that your marriage will be a blissful one. Nimanyangu na abatuzaho, so let me really summarize. I want to pray. I want to bless you. I bless you. I ask God to bless you. I want to ask God to bless you with good health, with long life, with children, with wealth, with friends, and all the best that life can give. I thank all of you for coming. Nabasima, tinyino kuna kubasaka basima mwena. Konka twashemerwa kureba ngu ombero bya COVID. The few people that we could invite are the people who are really special to us, the people who are close to our hearts. Haza mweja kandi mwashitama kurugashaha mushanju munana na hati mukiri hano itwe. Hanga abampera mugisha abebe mbere no mugarakayo tukiri hano imwe mureke tuganire tushemberwe, and thank you very much.